It's 8 a.m. on a Tuesday. The line at the coffee shop snakes out the door. You're in that line. You know you have a perfectly good coffee machine at home. The pods are cheaper. The drip coffee is practically free. Yet, here you are, waiting to hand over $5 for a cup of hot flavored milk and a shot of caffeine. Why? The simple answer is that you want coffee. But the real answer is far more complex. Habit comfort, a quiet story you tell yourself. This small, seemingly insignificant daily transaction holds a universe of clues about our relationship with money. It's not just about the liquid in the cup. Ritual, the brief escape from your desk, the small treat that signals the start of a productive day. This decision is rarely a mathematical one. No one in that line is calculating the long-term compound interest they are forfeiting. They are not thinking about their retirement account. They are thinking about the next hour. They are thinking about how that warm cup feels in their hands. They are thinking about the familiar smile from the barista. Money, in this moment, isn't a tool for future wealth. It's a tool for immediate well-being. It's a solution to a very short-term problem. How do I make this morning a little bit better? And for $5, that problem feels solved. Think about the last time you bought something you didn't strictly need. Was it after a long, stressful day at work? A celebration for a small victory? Or perhaps out of sheer boredom while scrolling on your phone? Our wallets are directly connected to our hearts. When we feel happy, we might spend to prolong that feeling, treating ourselves to a nice dinner, buying a new gadget. Happiness opens our wallets. We feel like the good times will last forever. And the bank account can handle one more little hit. Celebratory spending. A purchase as a physical marker of a joyful moment. A souvenir from a happy feeling. On the flip side, sadness can trigger spending. Stress can trigger spending. This is often called retail therapy. The act of buying gives us a temporary sense of agency and control. The dopamine hit from a new acquisition can mask deeper unhappiness. Boredom is another silent driver in our hyper-connected world. The endless scroll on social media. With a few taps, a package is on its way, breaking the monotony. The anticipation can be more thrilling than the item itself. Your relationship with money started long before you earned your first paycheck. It began at your family's kitchen table, in the aisles of the grocery store, and in the quiet conversations you overheard about bills and budgets. Your parents were your first financial advisors, whether they intended to be or not. If you grew up in a household where money was tight and a constant source of anxiety, you might have developed a deep-seated fear of scarcity. This could make you an excellent saver, someone who is careful with every penny. Or it could have the opposite effect, causing you to spend freely now to compensate for the things you lacked as a child. Conversely, growing up in a home where money was abundant and spent without much thought can create a different set of financial blueprints. You might see money as a tool for enjoyment and generosity, with little anxiety attached to spending it. This can foster a healthy, positive view of wealth. However, it can also lead to a lack of understanding about the value of a dollar and the importance of budgeting and saving. You might not have the muscles for financial discipline because you never had to exercise them. Our childhood experiences create an invisible script that we often follow unconsciously throughout our adult lives, for better or for worse. The first step to gaining control over your finances is to recognize where these settings came from. Ask yourself what you learned about money as a child. Humans are social animals. We have a fundamental need to belong, to fit in, and to be seen as successful by our peers. Money is one of the primary ways we signal our status to the tribe. We don't just buy a car to get from point A to point B. We buy a certain brand of car to signal success, taste, and our place in the world. This is the keeping up with the Joneses effect, supercharged by social media. The Joneses are no longer just your next-door neighbors. They are a curated feed of thousands of people, including celebrities, including influencers, showcasing highlight reels. The pressure is immense. When you see friends posting photos from exotic vacations, showing off new designer bags, or renovating their homes, you can feel a pang of envy or inadequacy. Social media creates a distorted reality where everyone seems to live more luxuriously. This can trigger social comparison spending, buying to project an image, not for real desire. We are essentially paying for social validation. Anchor your spending in your own values, not others' values. Before a significant purchase, pause and ask, am I buying this for me or for them? It's rarely the one big, catastrophic purchase that sinks a financial ship. More often, it's the accumulation of 1,000 tiny, seemingly insignificant leaks. The daily coffees, the subscription services you forgot you had, impulse buys in the checkout line, it's only a few dollars purchases on Amazon individually, each one feels harmless. A $5 coffee? No big deal. A $15 monthly subscription? Barely noticeable. A $20 t-shirt on sale? A steal. But together, these small leaks can drain hundreds or even thousands of dollars from your budget each year without you ever realizing it. Let's take the daily coffee example again. At $5 per workday, that's $25 a week. About $100 a month. Over a year, that's $1,200. Over a decade with no investment returns, that's $12,000. This isn't to say you should never buy coffee. The point is to illustrate how something trivial now can have substantial long-term impact. Another powerful force is the sheer convenience of modern spending. One-click purchasing, saved cards, tap to pay. The transaction is seamless, abstract, and frictionless. Track your spending for a month. The results will surprise you. Decide which small purchases add value and which are mindless habits. We all operate with invisible scripts about money, unconscious rules and assumptions that guide our financial decisions. One of the most common mistakes is lifestyle inflation. This happens when your income increases, and your spending increases right along with it. You get a raise, so you upgrade your car. You get a bonus, so you move to a bigger apartment. Instead of using the extra income to build wealth, you simply inflate your lifestyle to match your new earnings. This keeps you stuck on a treadmill, where you're working harder and earning more but never actually getting ahead. You're still living paycheck to paycheck, just with more expensive stuff. Another pervasive mistake is the reliance on debt to fund a lifestyle you can't afford. Car loans, buy now pay later schemes. The problem is that debt is a claim on your future income. Every dollar you borrow today is a dollar plus interest that you won't have tomorrow. It creates a constant state of financial fragility, where one unexpected event, a job loss, a medical bill, can send your entire financial house of cards tumbling down. Many people also fall into the trap of timing the market or chasing hot stocks. We think we can do it too. The slow, boring path of consistent investing in a diversified portfolio over a long period doesn't make for exciting headlines, but it is the most reliable path to building wealth for the vast majority of people. Improving your financial habits doesn't require a degree in economics or a vow of poverty. It starts with small, intentional changes that can rewrite your money story over time. The first and most powerful step is to introduce a small amount of friction back into your spending. Instead of one-click ordering, force yourself to enter your credit card information for every online purchase. Unsubscribe from marketing emails that tempt you with daily sales. Implement a 24-hour rule for any non-essential purchase over a certain amount, say $50. If you still want the item a day later, you can buy it. This simple pause gives your rational brain time to catch up with your emotional one. Another practical tip is to automate your savings. This is the principle of paying yourself first. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings or investment account for the day you get paid. Embrace the power of visualization for your financial goals. Saving for a 20% down payment on a 3-bedroom house in the sunny hills of our town by 2028. When you're tempted to make an impulse purchase, this vision serves as a powerful reminder of what you are working towards. It helps you weigh the short-term pleasure of the purchase against the long-term fulfillment of your goal. Practice mindful spending by connecting your purchases to your values. Before you buy something, ask yourself a simple question. Does this purchase align with what is most important to me? This isn't about judging your purchases as good or bad. It's about ensuring your spending is a true reflection of the life you want to live. The word budget often conjures images of restriction, deprivation, and spreadsheets filled with sad numbers. We think of it as a financial cage. A good budget is not about restriction. It's about freedom. It's not a cage, it's a map. It's a tool that you design to help you get where you want to go. A map doesn't tell you that you can't go on a journey. On the contrary, it shows you exactly how to get to your desired destination, helping you avoid wrong turns and dead ends along the way. A budget is simply a plan for your money. It's you telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. By creating a budget, you are making conscious decisions about your priorities. You are giving every dollar a job, paying for housing, buying groceries, providing fun and entertainment. A budget that doesn't include money for you to enjoy your life is a budget that is destined to fail. The goal is not to eliminate spending on things you love, but to be intentional about it. The 50-30-20 rule is a popular starting point: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings and debt repayment. The real power of a budget is the sense of control it gives you. In the end, our journey with money is deeply personal. The numbers in our bank accounts are just that, numbers. They have no inherent meaning. The ultimate goal of getting better with money isn't just to accumulate a bigger pile of it. The goal is to use money as a tool to live a richer, more meaningful life according to your own definition. For one person, that might mean the freedom to quit a job they hate and start a business. For another, it might mean the ability to travel the world. For someone else, it could be the security of knowing they can provide for their family without worry. Real wealth is about having options. It's about having the freedom to wake up in the morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. When you analyze your bank statements, you are not just looking at transactions. You are looking at a record of your priorities, your habits, your emotions, and your values. Don't judge the story you see. Simply observe it. Understand it. See the patterns. Recognize the emotional triggers and the social pressures. Only by understanding the story of where you've been can you begin to write the next chapter intentionally. You will never see money the same way again once you realize it is not about math, but about behavior. Be patient. Be kind to yourself. You will make mistakes. Everyone does. The goal is not perfection, but progress. Slowly, deliberately align your financial habits with your deepest values. And in doing so, use your money to buy the one thing that truly matters, a life well lived.